So it's been an interesting past few days for Nintendo for a myriad of reasons. Of course, they had their quarter two investors report come out with a lot of interesting stuff involved in that. They had a banger of an Indie World presentation yesterday. Just awesome game after awesome game that I cannot wait to buy. And yeah, I guess. But of course, with this sort of stuff, it's all kind of subjective. If you like these games, that's cool. I could care less about most of these games, but there's been lots of discussions about things that have come out from this quarter two report. I haven't really delved too much into them. I'll touch on one of those things before we move into the main points of this video. But one of the things I find very interesting is the fact that Nintendo themselves have said that due to a semiconductor shortage that they're having to decrease the output of manufactured Nintendo Switch systems. Thus, they had to change their forecast from 21 million units sold to 19 million units sold. And I completely understand that. Like, let's be realistic here. It is damn near impossible to get your hands on a Nintendo Switch, especially in its most popular region, that being the United States. Yep. It's really hard to find a Nintendo Switch in stock right now. I mean, I don't think anyone is out there finding a Nintendo Switch in stock right now. Nope. Damn near impossible. Damn near impossible. So do I think a semiconductor shortage is the actual case, or is it more so based on the fact that in certain regions, such as the United States and Japan, the Switch is starting to lose its sizzle a little bit? I mean, I think the proof is in the pudding. Like, if you look at sales statistics for NPD or, you know, Famitsu's Media Crate sales, like, you could see there is a bit of a drop in Nintendo Switch hardware sales. And if the system isn't selling, why would you produce so many of this system in order to keep up with a non-existent demand? You could say it's a semiconductor shortage because that's what every company does in this post-pandemic world, but is that actually the case? I mean, Tommy Tallarico said it about the Intellivision Amico. They were having semiconductor chip shortage. But was that the actual case? I'm not saying Nintendo is lying about that, but I'm saying that maybe it's a half truth or something with that. But like I said, that's not the focus of today's video. I want to talk about two things from the investors meeting that I found to be very interesting statements from Nintendo themselves, because it kind of paints a picture about maybe the future of the Nintendo Switch. Now, I'm sure you've seen a lot of videos popping up on YouTube. Nintendo is raising the price of the Nintendo Switch. The Switch is about to be more expensive, and you should just roll your eyes at that because of the fact that that's not what was actually said. Now, this information, of course, is kind of relevant because of the fact that PlayStation has increased the price of the PlayStation 5 in many regions. Of course, Nintendo and Xbox both said, hey, you know, that's not what we're going to be doing. But there is sort of that looming fear that that might be the actual move or something like that, and that, you know, they could end up doing that. Well,
welcome to the world of absolute cocktails. Meet Bloody Mary. Spicy.
this was asked in the investors meeting, and Nintendo said the following. They were asked if they were going to raise Nintendo Switch prices, I'm assuming from the hardware standpoint, and it says it won't take such actions at this moment, but will continue monitoring the situation and carefully consider whether we need to take the option. Now, let's be realistic here. There's no rhyme or reason, even from a business perspective, for Nintendo to raise the price of the Nintendo Switch, considering a myriad of reasons. One of the main things is that Nintendo Switch hardware, the original system, since 2017 has been sold at a profit. Yes, kiddies, the technology in our Nintendo Switches is not exactly cutting-edge technology. It's actually older than 2017 by far, but that's a topic for another day. So it's not like they're actually losing money on production costs. Yes, their profit margins might be getting a little bit thinner with the way that inflation is working, but beyond that, it's not selling at a loss or even a substantial loss. It's still selling at a profit. So what's a way to increase a higher price point of your Nintendo Switch model without changing the price of your current Nintendo Switch model? Yes, you already see where I'm going with this, but I don't understand it. I don't understand why there isn't a premium system that's being talked about with this. When we're looking at how Nintendo treats handhelds, look at stuff like the DS, look at stuff like the Game Boy, look at stuff like the 3DS, multiple variants, tons of variants, cheaper alternatives, premium alternatives, this, that, and the other. And it's just bewildering to me that this isn't the move that Nintendo is indeed making. There's so many people out there that are against a revision of the Nintendo Switch because their reasoning is, oh, well, it's still selling. The system is still selling, so why would they change it? Why would they do a successor? And it's like, what the hell do you care? Are you playing game sales? Are you playing hardware sales? Or are you actually playing video games? Because when you look at the games on your Nintendo Switch, there's a disparaging quality in things like frame rates and visuals and resolutions, and we just kind of accept it because, oh, it's a portable system. But now more and more portable systems, such as the Steam Deck, are coming along and kind of leading the charge of technology. I don't expect Nintendo to get into the power wars or anything like that, but when we have first-party titles that have some inconsistencies in frame rates and stuff like that, it should be a little bit concerning. You buy and play video games. You don't buy into how many system sales are being sold for the Nintendo Switch. That's why I can't be a Nintendo YouTuber. I'm not a glass half full or half full person. I'm a glass half empty person. But beyond that, I think that's the move. I don't think Nintendo has any inclination in raising the price of the system, but if you have a premium edition of the system that, does things a little bit better, you could get away with that. And the other thing I want to talk about is the fact that Shigeru Miyamoto answered a question during the Q&A that has me scratching my head. Like, I don't understand what this reasoning is, and I don't necessarily understand this logic. Basically talking about classic consoles on Nintendo's modern systems, because, I mean, let's be realistic. Nintendo has such a strong back catalog of games, whether we're talking about first-party games or third-party games from its retro systems. No other system, no other company has the variety, the depth, and the ability to put those out on a modern platform as a way for people to play old games on new systems. Well, Shigeru Miyamoto was actually asked about that and said the following. Recently, however, the development environment has increasingly become more standardized, and now we have an environment that allows players to enjoy older video games on newer consoles more easily than ever before. Nintendo's strength is in creating new video game experiences. So when we release new hardware in the future, we would like to showcase unique video games that cannot be created with pre-existing hardware. Now, on the surface level, like that's understandable. I mean, you want games to utilize whatever new system you're coming out with to showcase the abilities of it to make people excited. But I wonder why I can't have both. Why can't I have a vast catalog of classic games? Because you've done this before. I don't know if there's short-term memory issues or something, but Nintendo has done this before. Look at the Wii era. You were making video games for two different platforms, the Wii and the DS, first-party titles. You also had tons of brand new experiences. You also had the fact that you had to do things with motion controls and touchscreen controls for these games, but you also managed to have a superior virtual console with a variety of consoles on it, from Nintendo consoles to non-Nintendo consoles, the Wii U and the 3DS era. You made games for both of these systems, and you had a vast library of classic games available on there, better than the variety you have on your modern platform. Can you really get mad at people for emulating stuff? Can you really get mad at people for getting ROMs of games that you don't make readily available? Like, I don't understand this mindset. How are we getting less stuff when the companies, you know, the handheld divisions and the console divisions have been merged. The whole point of that merger was to make more quality products. The whole point of that merger was to increase the speed and the frequency at which we get video games. But for some reason, you can't take a day or two to add retro games onto your system. And then you can at least have a grounds to be like, hey, don't be emulating this stuff. Play it on our official Nintendo console. That way you give us money. You're getting the official experience on there, this, that, and the other. Emulators are on everything. Okay, emulators can run on your phone. They can run on a $100 device that you buy from China that, you know, is probably made in a sweatshop or something, but we'll look past that. Emulators can run on everything, and good emulators too, and quality emulation. So I don't get why the future can't include the past. Why can't you have both? Why? I don't know, man. I don't know. The Nintendo this year has been very strange. When you look at Furukawa as a president, what has he really done? You know, he kind of just eased himself into this position with the Nintendo Switch, and you know, he was kind of just given it on a silver platter. Like, I feel like anyone could have, you know, continued the success of the system when he joined Nintendo, because of the fact that the success had already been started. The groundwork was already there. You just had to make sure that the groundwork didn't get too many cracks in the foundation. And yes, I'll keep saying that, even though people are using that against me. I watch your videos, other people. I watch your videos, but, you know, thank me for giving you content to talk about. But I feel like there was no cracks in the foundation. You know, everything was copacetic.
It's easy to overlook. If you're wanting to prove that time travel is possible, then look no further than TikTok. The app features thousands of morons who claim to be from the future, and of these we will show you the absolute stupidest. Now, it's hard to tell exactly where the genre or trend began, but some of these so-called time travelers actually have pretty impressive follower counts. One of the smaller ones with a touch over 80,000 goes by the name of Eno Ulrich, or Radiant Time Traveler, and they claim to be from the year 2671, whilst warning that mankind is on the brink of destruction. Now, the instant problem with this description is that if mankind is going to end in the next couple of years, then how did you even make it to 2671 without being wiped out beforehand? Under the assumption that this time-traveling TikToker happened to be one of the lucky survivors, and is therefore still legitimate, let's take a look at the countless different warning videos in which some of the following predictions have have been made. A large meteor is soon to hit Earth containing new types of metals and alien species. A group of 4 teenagers will soon discover ancient ruins and a device that opens a wormhole to other galaxies, and that a team of scientists exploring the Mariana Trench will find a new ancient species. However, Eno Alaric's most profound and life-changing prediction is that there will be Fortnite events in the next couple of years. Judging from the comments, there's an insane amount of kids as well as idiots on Reddit who do believe that this is actually a real time traveler, but for the most part the account is pretty heavily clowned on. Do we ever find out who Joe Mama is? Can you predict when my dad will come back? That's enough Marvel for you. Instead of simply going back and winning the lottery, Radiant Time Traveler has opted to gain status by promising his fans a highly requested face reveal at 1 million followers. However, this achievement has already been completed by that one time traveler who's gained 1.4 million followers and 14.6 million likes, having gone out of their way to state, yes, I'm a real time traveler. And while having to specify that you're a real time traveler pretty much confirms that you're not a real time traveler, the account actually has a pretty decent story behind it. Their first video was posted back in August 2020, and it read, "I got TikTok to prove I'm a real time traveler. If this blows up, I'll start revealing what happens in every single year." Now, the video was instantly called out in the comments, one of which stating, "If you were really a time traveler, you would already know if the video would blow up. You wouldn't say if this video blows up. However, because the video was posted to TikTok, of course it blew up, and that one time traveler continued to post." Their next video read, "A lot of people don't believe I am a time traveler, so I'm gonna prove I am. Remember the date 24th of September 2020. Something big happens on this day. Blow this up and I'll expose what happens on this day. I promise to you I am a real time traveler. I have so much things to share with you all." Now, what ended up happening on the date he highlighted, the 24th of September 2020, is something that we'll discuss a little bit later. However, this claim was somewhat insignificant as the TikToker's new videos began to get outrageous. There was a video explaining that his company had created a time machine in the year 2485, although the footage on screen was not from the future, but rather from the movie Pacific Rim. A different claim was that the Earth will end or be destroyed on July 6, 2788 from a gigantic meteoroid, although once again this claim was short-sighted as noticed by this comment. "Dude, you said you're from the year 2485, right? How come you know what happens in 2788? Obviously these claims were complete bogus. However, to put a spin on things, there were other predictions that had been made correctly. In 2021, an asteroid that is half the size of the moon passes by Earth, which was somewhat accurate, and that 2021 will be the best year to come for many, starting with a cure for COVID-19, which ended up being correct. On the other hand, there were multiple flaws with this prediction. If he knew when the vaccine was coming out and he had access to a time machine, why didn't he just go to the point where the vaccine had been made and bring it back to the beginning of the virus? If you're from 2485, why would you even care about COVID? Why wouldn't you go back to the 1300s and cure the Black Death Plague, which killed up to 50% of Europe's population at the time? This just highlights another problem with that one time traveler's claims. If you stated in your own words that 2020 has been a bad year, and you could go back to any point in human history, why the hell would you skip the turn of the century, London in the 1800s, Woodstock 1969, and instead come to the most depressed point in human history to upload TikTok videos to a website that might ban you if you post anything controversial? Let me get this straight. You come from the future and the first thing you do is make a TikTok. You are a time traveler. Keep it as a secret? No. Open a TikTok account? Yes. If you were a time traveler, you wouldn't need TikTok to blow up. Purely from a money and fame standpoint, you'd know exactly what you need to do already. This is a very good point, but it's not like these commenters are the only ones to have noticed how stupid these time traveling pages are. Another TikToker going by the name of Jim Official has dedicated a large portion of his account to dunking on these idiotic TikTok time travelers by making his own hilarious fake time travel videos.
What I'm about to show you is gonna blow your freaking mind. This is absolute proof that I am a time traveler. I have with me an item from Taco Bell that does not exist anywhere else but in 2027. McDonald's sold its quarter pounder to Taco Bell in 2027, guys.
His video started by stating that he had 100% proof that he was a time traveler because he owned an old video game console.
I'm gonna show you my proof right now. I'm gonna show you a device that's from a different time period altogether. I have a Super Nintendo from 1995. I'm a time traveler from the past. Dead serious. Look at this.
Yet after this first video went viral, this percentage of proof slowly increased, appearing as 110% in the next video.
My last video went kind kind of viral about me claiming I'm a time traveler, and I had the proof 100% that I was a time traveler. Apparently that's just not enough. This right here is a video camcorder used back in 1999 by families that lived in that time period. How can I possibly get this, guys? Come on.
And once the videos had reached 200% proof, Jim Official was even able to get items from the future.
You said you want something from the future? I got something from the future. I have here a Big Mac from 2032. Now, if you notice, it's got mixed greens instead of lettuce. People are more self-conscious in 2032.
What was hilarious about the videos was that by the time Jim Official got to 800% proof that he was a time traveler, his parody videos were actually becoming somewhat convincing.
Guys, I am here in 1865 in a town called Phoenix, Arizona, before it became a big, thriving city. How can you deny this proof? I am literally here in Western times, 1865. Guys, come on now. How much more proof?
With the other respectable thing being that Jim Official actually adds his personality into the content, as opposed to these other accounts who simply use text-to-speech with stock footage or short clips from futuristic movies. However, there is one serious time-traveling TikToker who's brave enough to show her face, and that's the bizarre case of Tequila Mockingbird.
My name's Tequila Mockingbird, and I am a time traveler.
You might remember Tequila from Anthony Padilla's video, I Spent a Day with Time Travelers, and while she is the head of the Time Travelers Association, there isn't much to indicate that she has any credibility.
Have you ever time traveled?
Yes, I have time traveled.
How do you time travel?
I use inner space, but I'm looking to use outer space to penetrate inner space in the future.
Being a time traveler, has there been anything you saw coming before it actually happened?
Yes, my mother. I picked her out. I saw her from a cloud and said, I want her to be my mother.
In fact, her TikTok, such as this one titled Traveling Through Time 18th Century with Tequila, literally just shows her face placed over the top of various old paintings with a Reface app watermark in the top left-hand corner. But with the amount of views that some of these videos get, it's no wonder people set themselves up as fake time travelers. For example, the very first video on this TikTok account gained 1.7 million views by making the most basic 7-second video, which simply stated, I am a time traveler from the year 2069, before making some other totally bogus claims. A different TikToker gained a whopping 25 million views by taking the image of a time traveler from Google, stating that he was from the year 2099, then revealing that alien creatures known as the Xenu will visit Earth in 2029, which will then result in World War III between us and the aliens. Yes, 25 million views for that. This video, which simply warns of a leaked document from a time traveler, has gained over 9 million views, whilst this other video gained 21 million views by making 3 predictions about what was going to happen in early 2022. But the unique thing about the time traveler who had posted this video was that, after providing hundreds of warnings about our future, they seemed to get tired of the doomsaying and instead resorted to posting videos of them riding their motorbike. Any comment which brings up their time traveling past is responded to with confusion, as if the TikToker has no idea what they're talking about. And while this is evidence that the account with over 1 million followers was lying the whole time, there is one final method to absolutely prove whether or not these accounts are telling the truth or not. Some of these TikTokers have been on the platform for long enough to have made predictions about dates that have already passed, so we can simply go back and look to see if anything did really happen on these dates. For example, when we were looking at That One Time Traveler, they claimed in one of their first TikToks that we needed to remember the date September 24th, 2020, as something big happens on this day, yet as you might guess, nothing of significance happened, unless you're counting the vegan teacher's birthday. The page also made the prediction that on the 5th of May 2022, a super tsunami would hit the west coast of the USA. However, the TikTok account's greatest inaccurate prediction was that on the 25th of May 2022, Nyrons, or what you all call aliens, will start making their appearance on Earth, and that as a result will build the first ever large mechanical war machine, resulting in the start of a new type of warfare. You could probably argue that this prediction is in close competition with the statement that we'd find Atlantis on the 2nd of February 2022. However, both of these predictions work in
Hey there, Jay. Zero Palm Insurance here. I'm thinking about it a lot. It's an awkward thing to bring up. I remember when I quit the bank job, and really it was a lot like this. It just got to this point where I was feeling some type of way. I knew what I should be doing, and that's videos, and I need to give it a better shot, and now I actually have the audience. I know I need to quit. It's just so fucking awkward to bring it up to the bosses. I don't know if I do like it here. Oh. Let's just see what kind of work they have me doing today. If it's like real shitty, I might just be like, that's enough. How are you guys doing? Are you guys good in there? I never ask. I'm so selfish. Oh God. Look who's here. Fucking Mick. Prodigy child. Probably about to have a threesome over there. Oh! Oh, they're working right. What are you doing, dude?
Hi.
What is this?
Oh, me and my brother made a makeshift pulley yesterday. And the knot's not tied right, so I came to fix it.
You're not planning on pranking anyone with this, are you?
No?
You gonna like dump shit on somebody or hoist them up in a net?
No.
Hey,
Well, maybe my brother, but...
Hey, what do you say? You come down and your mom said she wanted to work on the YouTube channel. Maybe we could do that.
Sure.
Yeah. You're gonna don't die, dude. I don't want to be responsible for this. Damn. Wish I had that. Oh, well, they're starting that.
Yeah,
what do you say? Nah, don't. We'll just head in.
Okay.
You got that laptop we were on that night?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, let's go. I didn't get to finish. There's so many things you're gonna need. Don't you have a side YouTube channel?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So you kind of know the upload process and stuff?
Yeah. I don't have, like, proper equipment, but...
Okay.
So I kind of use my school laptop.
Oh. So you got a school laptop?
Yeah.
How old are you?
Almost 13.
Oh.
There's my laptop right there.
Where's the one we were on that night?
I don't know. Oh, right there, on the table.
Oh. I thought that, but okay. Alright.
Here, I'll go around.
Okay, yeah. I guess I'll show you, I'll have to show them all this stuff as well. Are you gonna be the one like uploading videos or?
My mom really doesn't know how to use this, so probably.
Okay. Nancy seemed to show a slight understanding, but not from the creator side. She just like knew how to watch videos. But, so yeah, you're familiar with this as the dashboard, right? Mm-hmm. There's just gotta fill out a description.
Yeah.
I think my one friend sent me a banner profile picture, so we'll get that loaded up. Link all the social media, because you guys have this, like Tori set up social media pages and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. We'll set up all that stuff. We can even link your YouTube channel on the sidebar. I'm waiting to announce it. I'll wait till we have everything. Security's good. We gotta make sure we go through that. Set up AdSense account. Your mom, did she say if there was much work to be done today, or?
Not much, but
Okay.
there's still some.
Oh, well, we're just gonna work on this. I think this is important. We're gonna.
Well, usually on a farm, there's always something to do.
Yeah, well, we're gonna work on this. How often do you think they're gonna upload videos?
About like 2 to 4 times a week, maybe.
For real?
Yeah, Well, if they get committed to something, yeah, they do it.
Well, alrighty then. That works. What the hell?
Oh, it's just phone.
Oh.
It's going off non-stop for some reason. It's like, hello? Yeah, for some reason we just pick it up and then it.
You've been getting a lot of calls though?
Yeah, like a lot.
I see. Well.
Like actually, in one day our mailbox was full.
Oh.
Yeah, like we even had to like connect to the Comcast number to read to like hear the rest of them.
Was it for me?
Yeah, most of them were.
Well, I don't know. That's interesting. Well, so you have a phone. That's gonna be dead to rights if we go through with this. So.
Well.
Yeah.
Well, we could. Well, there is like a phone next door at the actual farm.
So that, okay, that's a business number.
Yeah, that's like a business number, but people keep calling about like YouTube stuff.
Well, good thing I won't be here much longer. No, don't tell your mom I just said that.
Okay.
Anyway, right. These are. Oh, do you know what you're gonna edit with?
Now, me personally, I use just a video editor because I upload videos as,
on YouTube. You
Yeah.
use that piece of shit? Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, you could get some nice editors for free. Once again, I didn't say that either. We can strike that from the record. But no, you can use that. That's totally fine. Yeah, this video editor is good. You can cut it and stuff. And
There's the phone again.
yeah, geez, this is kind of gosh darn dickerous. Hello, lucky caller. I'm McJuggernuggets from the YouTube channel McJuggernuggets. Yo, what's up, man?
Is love truly blind? I would never be your type.
Looks.
Are we hiring?
No, not usually.
I mean, between you and I, there could be a position opening up. What? Hold on, what? I don't know, how old are you? You're 12, turn 13? Yeah, you can't work here.
Yeah, I think it's like against New Jersey law.
I think it's against the law.
Like, I live here. Like, my grandfather owns this.
Alright.
I'm allowed to.
Alright, keep it rigid, man. That's it. What a nice young man. Oh, were you planning on doing live streaming at all, or?
No, not really.
Oh, really?
Like, I can't live stream.
Well, you said you play games. Like, you played the Star Wars game you were telling me at dinner.
Yeah, but I can't stream.
pieces, couldn't find the missing part, even though it hurts to stay